Alright. Here we go, baby. So I was listening to a little bit of the soundtrack. I know nothing about this game, but I want to start playing indie games more, and this showed up on my Steam recommendations, so I was like, yeah, alright, we'll give this a shot. I've been kind of craving to play a Western game ever since I beat Red Dead Redemption 2 anyway. Oh, crap. Thank you, Dark Metal. A year. You've been... Oh, shit, you've been subbed for a year. That is awesome, man. Thank you for that. I probably won't stream on this Saturday because I've got a family event going on. But, yeah, I figured I could at least stream today. So, welcome to the world of Rosewater. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to experience this together. This is a game that dropped just a couple weeks ago. And it looks really promising. I'm going to have to get the footage on the stream. I don't think there's a way for me to do it without launching it at all. Well, the support is very much appreciated, Dark Metal. Okay, there it is. Alright. So this is a point-and-click adventure game. I haven't played a lot of these, but I have a lot of... I don't even know if you can call it nostalgia, because I never really played them as a kid, but interest in them. And this game looks really well produced, so I'm pretty interested in that. And it's an indie title. There's no what's pretty sad is that I saw on the Steam page a seal that said no generative AI, and I was like, oh man, we gotta start posting that on the game pages now. And it's, I don't know, man, it feels sad, but I'm excited just to like try a new game while knowing pretty much nothing about it. It's $20 on Steam, which is kind of high for gambling on an indie game I know nothing about, but the reviews look pretty promising and the game looked interesting, so I figured, let's just go for it. Let's check the whole thing out. Okay, yeah, alright, so it's just showing the controls, basically. I wanna... No, actually, you know what? I'll just leave it. It's got accessibility options, that's good.
Ordered the 743 from Pierre Lorraine for Rosewater, Western Vespuccia. No baggage to speak of, in the literal or metaphorical sense. Just a little hope. And that doesn't take up much space.
From what I've seen, it looks like this game has full voice acting. There might be moments where maybe not all the characters do. It's hard for me to say. I haven't played it yet.
The perilous wilderness, the lawless towns, and the tough, hardened folk who make their way out there, usually to get away from something worse. I suppose I'm about to become one of them myself. There's just one thing Rosewater's got that no place else has. An opportunity with my name on it.
The animation is gorgeous. You don't see a lot of 2D
The
animation.
thoughts in my head are running
in
together
games
like the
as
landscape
much.
outside the window. Excitement and trepidation and boredom mixing like the scrub and rocks and soil into one long blur. One thing I know, I am ready for a change of scene.
Hey Max, welcome to the stream. I thought you normally aren't able to watch Thursday streams. Did your plans get canceled? Western Vespuccia, the town of Rosewater, 1850.
Huh. Quiet.
Howdy, ma'am. Allow me to extend the warmest of welcomes on behalf of the town of Rosewater and its inhabitants. Folks call me Jim. And who do I have the honor of greeting?
Harley Legere.
Delighted to make your acquaintance. Might I assist you with your luggage? That is, if you've got any.
I don't.
Ah, right. Well, what brings you to our fair town, Mrs. Legere?
You know what? We're gonna start things off on a good note. I'm here for a job. I probably don't need to say this out loud, but yeah. So I'm guessing by the different dialogue choices that you can get like maybe different endings and have a little bit of control as to how your game is played out. So yeah, let's be honest for now.
Miss. And I'm here about a job.
Planning on sticking around, huh? Say, what line of work are you in?
If you must know, well, I write. There's an opening at the Rosewater Post.
Well, best of luck with that. The editor at that place ain't somebody you want to cross.
Then we ought to get along fine.
I'm sure you will. But as official town greeter, allow me to offer a small caution. Rosewater ain't always such a sleepy little town.
Hey!
Say, I've just remembered another engagement.
This how you welcome new arrivals? I have a mind to give you a thrashing.
Kid starts off pickpocketing.
All right, enough of that. Look, I was no choir girl.
But I was never quite so dumb. Yeah.
But I at least had some brains. Word of advice, kid. Don't pick your mark in broad daylight, especially not at a lawman's doorstep. Go on, beat it, or I really will give you something to cry about. Now, where in the ether is that damn publisher's office?
Alright, off to a good start here. So, let's go ahead and check out another part of the town. Gotta look for the publisher's office. And maybe watch out for pickpocketers. Ah, right here. Rosewater Post and Publishing. You don't look too good.
Holy hell! Are you alright, mister? Don't you move. I'll fetch the doctor to have a look at you.
Oh, hello there. Don't think I've seen you around before.
I've just arrived today, but this isn't the time for formalities. There's an emergency.
How can I be of service?
Some poor fool's just fallen out a window.
At the Rosewater post?
Yes. How did you...
Sounds like Joni's in a mood again. Let's go.
Joni, huh?
Here he is, poor bastard.
Oh dear. Hello? Can you hear me? I'm Dr. Sedgwick. I'm here to help you. Can you move your legs? Spine seems intact. No obvious fractures of the arms or legs. That, I would say, is nothing short of a miracle. Right. He's in a bad way, but he'll live. I'll get him back to my clinic and patch him up. You are truly a good Samaritan, Mrs.
Legere. Miss. And it was nothing. If you'll excuse me, I have an appointment to keep.
Of course. God bless.
Hello, can I help you with something?
I'm here about the
Quite
writing
the
commission.
introduction.
Ah, yes, you must be Miss
show-
Legere.
first
I
day-
believe you and Joni exchanged some correspondence on the matter already, yes?
Before the first
Yep,
day of work.
got the letter right here.
May I see it, please?
I for inventory, right?
Very good. Oh, one more thing. Joni's not one for formalities. First names will do.
Noted.
Go up those stairs and knock.
Thanks. What's your name?
Henry Dixon, ma'am. Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Likewise.
Nice to meet you, Henry. Alright. Let's go ahead and make our way up then.
Come in.
Hello, Joan. I'm Harley Legere.
Ah, yes. Nice to finally put a face to the name. Please take a load off. Whiskey?
Bit early for me, but thanks all the same.
Sensible. I like that. I, however, have had a morning, so if you don't mind.
Yeah, tossed out the window. That's a
Say,
lot.
have we met before?
That's quite the
Something
morning.
about you seems familiar.
I don't believe so, no.
Well, let's get down to the meat and potatoes, shall we? If you're going to join our little family here, I'd like to know more about you.
Let's go with the biography. I feel like the life story is a little much. Yeah, this is kind of in the style of the old Sam & Max games. But, yeah, it's a new game, so... the art's definitely something to be admired for sure.
Me? Well, I was born and raised in New Britannia. Got out, made my way west, and started writing. I saw your ad while I was up in Pierre. Thought a change of scenery would do me good.
Well, admittedly, Rosewater isn't as cosmopolitan as it used to be, but maybe you'll find it to your liking.
There hasn't been a dull moment since I stepped off the train.
Speaking of, your writing sample had me in stitches. Haven't spent much time in Lamplight City myself, but your descriptions of the toffs in Lyon, hilarious.
That piece was inspired by my last visit
A
a
little bit
few
of an
years ago,
Irish
actually.
accent?
Oh? What brought that about?
Is that Irish or Scottish? I can never tell the difference. I think it's Irish.
I had to go back and settle my late brother's affairs.
Oh, I'm sorry. I hope it wasn't in connection with that awful business at the Lamplight City Expo.
Oh, no, it was before that.
The Expo disaster was a national tragedy, of course. But you know, can't help remembering it as the week our paper sold more copies than it has before or since. Isn't that terrible? But enough about that. Let's get back to why we're here. I loved your sample, and I like you as well, Harley. So I'm going to go ahead and offer you a commission. I'll pay you 45 crowns for it. After that, we can talk about more regular opportunities.
Well, I'll be.
So, what's my assignment? A scathing commentary on Rosewater's decline? Or maybe a hard-hitting expose on the plight of the marginalized criminal youth?
Oh, no. Nothing like that. I want you to interview Gentleman Jake Ackerman.
Who?
Oh, the other one. You've been living under a rock. He's a true Western legend.
I haven't
He's
seen any
kings of our
drops.
times. We've got a real opportunity here. Star like that landing in our little town. I'd like something in the vein of your sample. Acerbic and mordant. But
No
maybe
frames
not
dropped
quite
on
so
my end.
Acerbic. Hmm?
So, a puff piece.
Good, you're paying attention. I want you to make Rosewater look good too. Show me a real frontier hero in a real frontier town.
Where can I find this Jake fellow?
He's taking rooms at the Jack of Diamonds just down the road. And his show is opening today at the Opera House. So he should be around for an interview. I don't know how you're situated here, but you're welcome to use the typewriter in the office.
I only write longhand, but I'd certainly be grateful for a quiet place to work.
Longhand. How charming. Now, if you have any questions before you go, by all means, ask.
All right, we got to talk about the elephant in the room. Who was that man that went out the window?
So, who was the man that went out your window? Not another writer, I hope.
Oh, God, no. You're the only applicant we've had. Don't worry about him. Just a rabble-rouser with an axe to grind. Thought he could burst in here railing about my journalistic integrity. Most folks stick to writing letters to the editor. I tried to calm him down, but... well, it didn't go that way.
I see. Any insight you can give me about the town?
It's a far cry from what it used to be. In a way, it's nice not having to hear the noise from the saloon at all hours, but... oh, I don't know. Folk who moved on took some of the charm with them.
The Rosewater Post reported on the Lamplight City Expo?
It was only the biggest story that year. I still got copies of the article saved. Here, read it for yourself.
Disaster at Lamplight City Expo. I'm not going to read all of this, but it's good to know. 1847. Gilroy mine to close. PM calls for etheric ban.
Can I keep this?
Frame it if you like.
What about the folks who stayed behind?
What about him?
I was hoping for more details.
Far as you're concerned, the only person in Rosewater worth knowing right now is Jake Ackerman. If you're so keen to know about the rest, go meet him for yourself.
I'm curious, how did the Rosewater Post get its start?
Well, my dad was a union man. He worked the printing press for the Allied Fall Creek Miners Cooperative. Pamphlets, labour news, that sort of thing. Then the mine owners brought the Blackburns in to bust the whole operation up. My dad was laid up for months and could never work again after. But we still had to eat, didn't we? I took all the equipment from the old shop and started printing up an early version of the Post just to bring a little money in. At first, it was all just community notices and advertisements from local stores. Over time, I got the hang of the whole journalism thing and turned it into a real newspaper.
I'd best be on my way.
Right you are.
All
Wait
right.
a minute.
What?
It's just come to me. I know why you look familiar. You're Spitfire Harley.
Goodness. It's been a long time since anyone called me that.
I
She's
saw you
got a
fighting back in
past.
26 at Wellesley Hall in the Chum. You took out a brute twice your size with a right hook. Pow! It was like watching
Fighting.
David bring down Goliath.
I appreciate the kind words, but that was another life.
Maybe so, but for a 14-year-old kid fresh off the boat, it was pretty damn inspirational.
Thanks, Joan. Appreciate it.
Of course. And please call me Joni.
See you later, Joni.
Take care of yourself out there. Spitfire Harley, writing for my paper. Now don't that just beat all?
Spitfire Harley.
Excuse me?
How can I be of assistance?
Exactly who was that gentleman just took a tumble out your second-story window?
I haven't a clue. Devil of a fella. Just busted in here and went straight for Joni's office. He wouldn't be put off, but insisted on speaking with the editor immediately. Said he intended to lodge a complaint. Suppose Joni didn't take too kindly to his manner of lodging.
What's to know about this town?
You picked a fine time to arrive, Miss Legere.
Why's that?
A few years back, you could hardly drive a wagon through the street. It was so full of folk coming and going. I'm sure you've noticed that's no longer the case.
So where did everyone go?
Wherever the Orem actually is would be my guess. There's still some prospectors hanging on. Convinced they'll find something everyone else missed. I'm sure they'll all come to their senses eventually.
If they all go, where will that leave you?
Why, getting by, I imagine. Peaceful, quiet life. The railroad still brings some traffic. Folks on their way further west or shipping goods back east. Although not as many as before the transcontinental airship line opened up. Easier to sail clear over the country than ride the rails halfway. Suits me fine, though.
Anything I should know about the townsfolk?
Can't really help you there. I'm just a simple family man, and we keep to ourselves.
Been working here long, Mr. Dixon?
Oh, about 5 years. I was the first one Joni hired on shortly after launching the paper. Was a farmhand before that. Keeping books is much nicer than tending cow pens, let me tell you.
I'll leave you to your work.
Appreciate it, ma'am.
Yeah, the voice acting in this game is definitely something to be admired. Like, very good art, very good voice acting. So far, I'm quite impressed. Let's see here. What are the controls again? Maybe I gotta check the diary. I got 20 crowns, which I guess is the currency in this game. There's notes for different types of locks here. And there's a whole diary that I can read through, but I mostly just want to check out I'm trying to check for that that guy that Joni asked me to interview. Gentleman Jake, or Jake Ackerman, who's performing locally. Show is at the Opera House, and he is to be found in the Jack of Diamonds saloon. Okay, that's all I needed to see. I don't remember which way the saloon is. Is it back here, or is it further on down? I'm sure I'll get more familiar with this game as I keep playing it. Okay, yeah, it's further. Ah, right here. Jack of
Was your
Diamonds
meeting
Saloon.
satisfactory, ma'am?
Quite so. Did you find any of those butterscotch sweets I asked for?
Afraid not. Only taffy and some peppermints.
Pity. This place seems to lack even the smallest of pleasures. Shall we?
Is that the guy?
Excuse me, kid. I need to get upstairs.
I'm really sorry, miss, but Mr. Ackerman's not taking any more meetings right now.
I'm here on behalf of the Rosewater Post.
Did you make an appointment?
No, I just got the assignment.
Okay. Look, Mr. Ackerman's upstairs getting ready for his show. It starts in less than an hour. Why don't you come by and watch? You can come meet him afterwards.
I just need to interview him for a newspaper article.
Well, now, that's perfect. If you're going to write about him, you should definitely see the show. Trust me, he's a real dazzler.
Suppose it beats waiting around here.
Okay. Well, when's the show? But do I just wait?
Gentleman Jake's show will be starting at the theater soon. You won't want to miss a second of it.
Alright. I guess we're going to the theater then. The Rosewater Opera House. Rose Ader Piejos. Sounds about right.
You again?
Oh, hey, Harmony, was it?
Harley. What in the ether are you doing here?
Oh, you're not still sore about earlier.
Nah. But your little friend might think twice about hoodwinking strangers again.
Look, nothing personal. My brother and me are just doing our best to get by.
Your brother? And you just strolled away? I ought to knock you into a cocked hat.
Hey, you gotta look out for number one.
You picked the wrong mark, but I can let that go. Hell, with a little effort, you two could be halfway decent grifters. But if there's one thing turns my stomach, it's disloyalty. That's your flesh and blood. If you don't have your own brothers back, who else on this wretched earth is going to give a flip if you're alive or dead?
You made your point. Now can we drop it already? I'm trying to do an actual legitimate job here.
Legitimate job? So you're not selling snake oil or stock tips or fire insurance?
Nah, nothing like that. I'm selling tickets to Gentleman Jake's legendary Wild West show. Only 20 coppers.
Oh, that's as many coppers as I have.
I'll take one of those tickets.
Swell! And when would you like to come see the show?
Whenever it starts?
Oh, you mean today? Oh, well, I'm afraid I gotta disappoint you there. Sold the last of today's tickets not 10 minutes before you walked up.
Of course.
Seriously?
Seriously, this ain't exactly the Coliseum. It only fits so many, and folks around here are real excited to see Gentleman Jake in person.
Alright, look. I don't need to see some yahoo firing off his pea shooter. I just want to talk to this Jake fellow.
And I'm sure Gentleman Jake would be happy to meet you if you had a ticket to get in. Course, I might be able to sneak you in quiet-like, but I'd be putting my job on the line, and I can't afford to lose it now. After all, I have my little brother to look after.
Just tell me what you want.
Only a small favor.
Spit it out.
Just help me retrieve something. A small item of great personal value.
I don't like this.
It's only my pa's pocket watch. Family heirloom, you see.
What happened to it?
It was stolen is what? By that one-eyed scalawag Lola Johnson. Probably stashed it away in the old smithy. She's been squatting in there for weeks now.
So we can offer the bribe. Okay, we got a couple of options here. Let's just go over them. How about 2 crowns and we all forget this favor nonsense? Where's your brother now? It sounds like a matter for the law. I'll do it, but to only get in. Or I'm not doing you any favors, let me in or else. Let me ask about his brother.
Where'd your brother get to? Keeping out of trouble?
Matter of fact, he's trying to make good after that screw-up earlier. Decided he's gonna try and get Pa's watch back all by himself. He's real tore up over losing it.
And you're letting him risk his neck again? He'll be collared in no time. Like as not, you'll never see him again.
Oh, I know. I tried talking sense into him, but he's dead set on it. Wants to prove himself. But he'll be in real hot water if he gets caught, which he probably will. That's why I'm asking you to do it before he goes and does something stupid. I can tell you could pull it off. No problem.
And now I have a new option. I'll do it, but only to keep your brother out of trouble. I don't trust this guy. Like, I'm sure it is a path, but my gut's telling me, like, no. And you know what? He's probably lying to me, too, about having just sold the last of the tickets. I don't believe him. I don't believe him at all.
Let me in, or you're going to be sorry.
Aw, come on. It's really not a big deal. It'll take you 2 seconds.
Oh, maybe I don't have the choice. I could just straight up knock him out. Oh, man. You know what? Let's do it.
Not interested.
That was easy. That was way easier than I thought it would be.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, are you ready for some thrills?
I didn't think that would work that easily.
Are you ready for some excitement?
I got it for free.
Are you ready for some fun?
I'll clap.
Without further ado, now present the star of our show, the last man standing at the Bleachbone Gulch Showdown, the only man to defeat Bastard Billy Boakes in a duel, the man who discovered a gentleman, then gifted it to an orphanage, Gentleman Jake Ackerman!
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Thank you, Charlie, for that wonderful introduction. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Gentleman Jake's Wild West. We got a heck of a performance for you today, but first, allow me to introduce my brave and loyal assistant, Danny Lowe. Now let's get this show on the road.
All right.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you rope a steer. Keep it going, Danny. Maybe you'll lasso yourself one someday.
Woo-wee!
He's good. He's good.
The sun beat down upon them as the duelists stood and stared. But Billy Boakes had never fought somebody so prepared. Jake drew his gun, and bang! The bastard crashed down with a thud. The legendary foe lay dead, defeated, in the mud.
And now for a most challenging proposition, perhaps the greatest feat of marksmanship to which a man can set his sights. You see those 5 juggling balls that Charlie keeps whirling aloft in such a dizzying display?
No way. He's gonna shoot him?
Ladies and gentlemen, fix your eyes on that green ball in particular, and do not dare blink.
I gotta see this.
For with but a single bullet, I will pluck it from the very air.
Wow.
Yeah, amazing.
ladies and gentlemen, is our show. Thank you all so much. You've been a truly magnanimous, magnificent, and majestic audience.
And you can take home a piece of the legend. Come on down to the Check of Diamonds to get an autograph or a souvenir ferrotype. We'll be there until last call. Stop by and shake hands with Gentleman Jake.
Ladies and gentlemen, good night.
Howdy, ma'am. Are you Harley Leger?
Uh-oh.
Who's asking?
Is
I'm Sheriff Gamble. A moment of your time.
if it ain't the consequences of my own actions.
Tells me you're responsible for the condition of his brother over there.
Yeah, what of it?
Listen, I know these two can be ornery, but I can't stand by while folks take the law into their own fists, as it were.
Does this mean I'm under arrest?
Afraid so. Come with me to the station, if you wouldn't mind.
Well,
2 assaults in one day. Is it a full moon or something?
I'm gonna shut my trap.
For what it's worth, I'm glad somebody finally put Jim in his place. But that's all I'll say on the matter. Do keep your hands to yourselves in there, ladies.
Roughed up Jim, did you?
Who did you rough up?
I did. Who'd you rough up?
Some little punk I caught trying to break into my place.
Let me guess. Scrawny runt? Face like a leaky pump handle?
If your well water runs red sometimes.
My warning clearly didn't do a lick of good. Maybe you managed to teach him something.
Oh, I barely touched the boy. Pity the sheriff here didn't see it that way.
Seems that between the two of us, we've taken down the whole local ragamuffin syndicate. I'm Harley Leger.
Lola Johnson.
Well, this is
Well,
one way
how
to introduce
serendipitous.
yourself.
Jem wanted me to get his pocket watch back from you.
His watch, huh?
Yeah, I had a feeling he was trying to pull something.
Seems like everybody in this damn town is. I'm making tracks soon as they let me out of here.
Afternoon, Sheriff Gamble.
Mr. Ackerman, to what do I owe the pleasure?
I heard you got the lady who was raising Cain at my show.
That's right, in the cell there. The one with both her eyes.
Might I have a word with the prisoner?
Go on, then.
Well, okay.
Miss Leger, I presume?
Uh-huh.
Way that kid told it, I was expecting you to be at least a foot taller.
You're a lot shorter up close, too.
Hey now, no need to be rude. I was merely hoping you'd indulge my curiosity. In all the time I've been performing, I've never seen somebody so hell-bent on a seat they knocked out the ticket taker. So, what compelled you to do it?
I like punching people as a pretty funny option, but let's just get... Yeah. Bad start. Bad start.
That little twerp's been a thorn in my side since the moment I set foot in town. I'd had it up to here with his antics, so I let him have it.
I see. Not one to suffer fools, are you?
Not if I can help it.
An admirable quality.
Now that I've answered your question, would you answer a few of mine?
Ah, right. Danny mentioned you'd been asking after me at the saloon. You a reporter for the local paper?
Provisionally. I've been assigned to interview you.
Well, this is hardly the place for it.
Afraid I haven't got much choice about the venue.
Let's fix that, shall we? Gamble, how much for this fine lady's bail?
Oh, let's say, 10 crowns?
Danny, pay the man.
That's half a ticket.
Here you are, sir.
Appreciate it, son.
And they paid my bail.
Now then, won't you join me in my room at the Jack of Diamonds?
Lead on.
Miss Leger, permit me to introduce my associate, Danny Luo.
We've met, actually. Not formally, I suppose. Nice to properly make your acquaintance, Miss Leger.
Likewise, Mr. Luo.
Please, you can call me Danny. Everybody does.
So what did you think of the show? Pretty spectacular, huh?
Spectacular. It was amazing.
Well, shucks. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Shall we proceed with the interview?
Right. How did you come to pick Rosewater as your latest venue?
Simple. Plenty of folk in this town are looking for a good show. I ain't so hoity-toity as to think El Presidio or Los Virgenes are the only places worth visiting. After spending all day bent double over a pan in a creek or working his keister off down in a mine, a man is entitled to some amusement, wouldn't you say?
Let's see here. Yeah, is there anything that scares you?
Is there anything that frightens the mighty gentleman Jake?
You know, somebody once told me, fear is only as deep as the mind allows. When you deal with the type of folks out on the frontier that I do, marauders, bandits, desperados, your fears have got to be shallow. Otherwise, you won't last 2 seconds.
What would people be surprised to learn about you?
What's something nobody knows about you? Give me something juicy.
I'm something of an open book, Miss Legere. Keeping secrets ain't really my modus operandi.
Come on, everyone's got secrets.
Oh, I think you'll find I'm not like most folk.
Okay. Well then, what's your real story?
So who is the real gentleman Jake?
Mercy me. That's a hell of a question. Now, I ain't much for philosophizing, Miss Legere, so I'll just say this. In my case, what you see is what you get.
I see. Well, okay then.
Hey, Jake, don't you have an appointment with Miss Sally this evening?
Damn, you're right. Sorry to cut things short, Miss Legere. I've got another engagement I need to prepare for.
I should have plenty for my article. I appreciate your time.
Well, I look forward to reading your story in the next edition. Danny, see the lady out, would you?
Thanks again for bailing me out, Danny. Guess I'll see you around. Not to worry, gents. Jake's all yours. Hey, you were in the show. Nice juggling.
Thank you, ma'am.
These guys feel
Jake,
very ominous.
Get your ass out here right now, you four-flusher.
Now, what's all the ruckus?
Don't play the fool with me, Ackerman. You know damn well why I'm here. You might think you can give me the runaround, but I wonder if my friends here won't convince you to pay up.
Charlie. Didn't anybody ever tell you only cowards get others to solve their problems for them?
You slum-guzzling bastard. I'm gonna fix that wobbling jaw of yours.
Come on up here, then.
Oh shit, a real cowboy fight.
Sure you won't reconsider, Charlie?
Shut the hell up and get out of my way. McGuire, take care of the kid.
Oh man. This ain't looking good.
Let's dance, cowboy.
Up. Fisticuffs!
I suggest you clear out while you can, little lady. This could get ugly.
From where I'm standing, it's pretty damn ugly already.
Oh! She threw a punch straight at him.
So that's how you want it, huh? Fine. I'll let the boss deal with you when he's done.
Okay.
We can do this all day.
Fine, let's try talking to him.
You're in my way, you lummox.
And that's where I'm staying.
Okay.
Ooh-wee.
You call that a right hook? Hey, pick on someone your own size.
Come on, McGuire!
Oh, he's totally gonna lose.
Ooh-wee.
No, I ain't standing for this.
Hey, don't start any trouble, lady. Give him a new face.
What's that button?
That is mighty tempting.
I don't know what that
Food
is.
delivery for the lazy.
Ooh-wee.
Warning. Watch.
Okay. Nope, that ain't doing me any good.
Hey, don't start any trouble, lady.
Well, he moved. Can I
Go on, get him.
like distract him or something? This fight's going on for a while.
Come on, McGuire.
I gotta do something with that bottle, right?
Huh. Bollingworth Ale. Didn't know they got that out here.
Ooh-wee. Hey, don't start any trouble, lady.
Okay, well, I'll just go out.
Oh no, you're not getting away that easy.
Get him!
Give him a new face.
Hey, pick on someone your own size. I'd better do something to stop these fools.
Come on, McGuire.
Oh!
Ooh-wee. Hey,
Okay. I got it.
start any trouble, lady.
I got it, and then we press the button.
Whoopsie daisy.
That was easy.
Hey, nice one.
Not the most honorable way of winning a fight, but these boys were hardly playing fair.
Hey, Charlie. Looks like your guys weren't as tough as you hoped.
There we go.
Whoo-wee. That got the old blood pumping.
You've got some interesting associates, Mr. Ackerman. If you'll excuse me, I have an article to write.
Hang on just a minute. I'd be a fool to just let you walk away after that performance. Come on back up here. I've got a business proposition that may interest you.
What about Miss Sally?
Oh, she can wait. All right, Miss Legere, I won't beat around the bush. Danny and I are looking to get some folks together for a job, and I think you'd make a damn fine addition to the team.
What sort of job?
Ever hear of Dr. Bennett Clark?
Of course. The etheric researcher. What about him?
Dr. Clark moved out here not long after the big disaster back in Lamplight City. He kept up his research, even did some demonstrations at the Opera House. Till one day, he just up and vanished. Nobody's seen hide nor hair of him in nearly a year.
Okay, so get to the point already.
We're going in search of Dr. Clark's fortune.
Come again?
The feller was loaded. Somehow he managed to talk a bunch of big money investors from back east into financing his research. All those gizmos and doodads don't come cheap, you know? We find his stash, we'll all be rolling in it for years to come.
This dude's a real cowboy.
Stash? What stash? Surely it's all just numbers on a ledger somewhere.
Nope. I'm telling you, he kept his assets in cold, hard cash.
So you're looking to rob a man blind just because nobody knows where he is?
Now, nothing so uncouth as that. Picture this. A swashbuckling pirate captain, his vessel freighted with treasure. The vast fleets of law and order circling him, closing in. He digs a hole in the sands of some sun-kissed tropical beach to conceal his ill-gotten loot and makes himself scarce. Circumstance conspires to deprive him of the opportunity to return. Now, he's the brave treasure hunter who seeks and unearths the bounty guilty of robbery? Or is he just returning to the world what would otherwise lie forgotten and worthless? See, we're not after Clark's personal wealth. The money in question was meant to bankroll his etheric research. Since that's been outlawed, he can't touch it. And it's a drop in the ocean for the investors. They'll never miss it.
How many folks are you planning on bringing into this?
That depends on what we find. But I promise you, we'll all get a fair split, enough to make it all worthwhile.
What's your plan?
Clark had a lab nearby, a couple miles outside of town. Last place anybody saw him. We poke around there, retrace his steps, and it should lead us straight to the loot.
Uh-huh.
Now, call me crazy, but I get the impression you're not entirely convinced.
Why on earth would you think that? A couple of folks I don't know from Adam asked me to help them hunt for some money that probably doesn't even exist. How could I not be convinced?
I admit we're asking you to put a lot of faith in us. Hell, I'd probably be just as incredulous were I in your position.
Mr. Ackerman's a good man, Miss Leger. He's never led me astray in all the time I've known him.
I appreciate it, Danny, but I think Miss Leger's gonna need a little more than just your word. Look, I've known quite a few moneyed folk in my time. They all got one thing in common. You know what that is?
They couldn't give a rat's ass about folks like you and me?
I admit I cannot emphatically contradict you there, but not what I meant.
So what do they have in common?
They're good at keeping their money safe. Clark's cash is out there. I just know it. As far as your safety, you just took out a couple of brutes twice our size. It's plain to see you can take care of yourself.
I'm pretty good with my pistols, and Mr. Ackerman can talk his way out of anything. But we could use somebody who's good in a fight.
Besides, stick around old Jake long enough and you'll have enough material to write a whole book. Forget a measly little write-up in the local rag. I'm offering you a front row seat to a much better show. So, what do you say?
Well, guess I don't have any choice.
All right, Mr. Ackerman. I'm in. At the very least, this venture should make for an interesting tale.
I'm pleased to hear you say that.
You won't regret this, Miss Leger.
We'll set out for the lab at daybreak. And please, call me Jake.
Dr. Clark's laboratory is a short hike from Rosewater. After getting run out of Lamplight City, this is where he went to ground. A secluded desert facility where he could get up to who knows what. Jake, Danny, and I head there at first light to see what secrets he left behind.
Quite a sight, ain't it?
I'll say. What the hell was Clark doing out here?
That's a question for minds greater than ours, Miss Leger.
Can we talk?
What's on your mind?
I've got some more questions about you.
I'm always happy to answer.
Just how did you come to learn about Clark's money?
Not long ago, I got to talking with a feller at the saloon. The whiskey had loosened his lips and he blabbed all about the success of his Aurum claim. But then he told me about how he'd invested most of that Aurum in Clark's research and how he wasn't the only one.
And you're certain these investors won't be wanting their money back?
Can't speak for the rest, but this feller won't. See, his aforementioned loose lips got him into trouble with some other folk. Poor bastard was shot dead in the street.
I see. How'd you and Danny get together?
I was packing up after a run of shows in Quick Point, having a hard time of it. You see, my assistant had up and left a few days prior, so I was flying solo.
Your assistant left? Why?
The showman's life ain't for everybody. I don't fault him for it. Anyhow, Danny comes up and offers to help with the crates. You should have seen him. Eyes wide, hands shaking, downright charming. So Danny gives me a hand and we get to talking. Turns out he's got experience roping and shooting. He even gave me a demonstration. I offered him the job as my assistant on the spot. The rest, as they say, is history.
Enough jabber. Let's push on.
Alright, let's go check this place out.
Guess it shouldn't come as a surprise that the front door is not wide open for us.
That's a serious-looking lock.
So, how are we supposed to get in?
Some dynamite, maybe?
Now that's not a bad idea. My old pal Captain Stokes is stationed nearby at Fort Beaumont. He owes me a favor, or two.
Maybe he could give us some high-powered equipment to get inside.
You read my mind, Danny boy. Wouldn't do any harm to take a look around out here first, though.
Wonder if Dr. Clark boarded these up himself. Locked up tight.
Whoever closed this place up really didn't want anybody getting in.
Okay, so these are the different interactions that I can have. If I hold on to O for observe, I guess.
Hey, Danny?
Ma'am?
Got any of your own ideas on how we might get into the lab?
Well, I think Jake has the right idea. We should ask for help at the fort.
We should get a move on. Can we talk?
What's on your mind?
Have you had any new ideas for getting inside the lab?
Not a one, unfortunately. I believe asking at the fort is our best hope.
Enough jabber. Let's push on.
Got a mailbox here?
Looks like Clark missed his last mail delivery. Seems to be from another scientist.
February 12th, 1850. Dr. Clark, I hope this letter finds you well. Upon hearing news of the reactionary and ignorant ban our leaders have seen fit to impose, my thoughts went to you and your thankless labors in the wilderness. When they hounded you out after the expo, and I wouldn't be surprised if Leroy's cronies sabotaged your display to discredit you, you were undaunted. After enduring such a trying year, I know how much building that lab out there meant to you. A turning point in your fortunes, or so it seemed. Yet I am sure you will persevere once more. One day when rationality again prevails in the halls of government and this silly thing is lifted, I hope to take you up on your offer of a tour. If you've returned to the bosom of civilization by then, all the better. With warm regards, Dr. Roderick Nethersoul. P.S. How you managed to rig a TT-180 console to control both your equipment and door mechanisms still baffles me. Mine is destined for the scrapyard.
Okay, yeah, so total voice acting here. Alright. What was the button to pull up the journal again? Diary. Diary. D. That's a level 2 lock. Padlocks. Wiggle the key to start the fun, then take the snake for a long, long run. Which I don't have any lock picks, so can't really do anything about that.
This is one of the sturdiest locks I've ever seen.
I think we're gonna need to get creative. The fort stockpile might have something that could help.
Dr. Clark really liked his sarsaparilla. There must be at least 30 empty bottles in these crates.
I once drank 10 bottles of sarsaparilla for a bet.
Did you win?
Well, yes, and no.
Doing some tidying, are we?
We might find some use for these. Come help me. I can't carry them all myself.
Hey, I ain't gonna start belly aching if you want to go around collecting refuse. Might fetch us a few shillings if we sell them back at the Jack of Diamonds.
There you go. And some for you.
Thanks.
Alright. Anything else? Doesn't look like it. There's a water tower.
The good doctor was pretty self-sufficient out here.
Let's head back. Go to the fort.
What are you doing? This is no place for sightseers.
And just who in the ether are you?
Such disrespect. You toy with forces you do not understand.
The lady asked you a question, sir.
Heed my warning. Stay away from this place. Its mysteries are not for you.
Hey, wait!
Dropped his hat.
You forgot your... hat?
What was that all about?
Good question. No sign of that odd bearded fellow. I wonder where he scampered off to.
I reckon we got ourselves bigger fish to fry right now, Miss Leger. Hey, look, a show!
What a racket.
She's pretty good, though.
Vaya. Anda! Híjole!
What is it?
What do you all get up to in this place?
I'm really not at liberty to say, ma'am.
Would you happen to know anything about the lab just over that way?
No, and quite frankly, I don't care to.
We'd like to come in, please.
More unannounced visitors? Must be my lucky day. What country exiled you?
None. We just want to speak with Captain Stokes.
Afraid he's indisposed.
Why don't you tell Stokes that Jake Ackerman needs a word?
Gentleman Jake?
At your service.
We're not in the market for entertainment. It's like I said. Oh, damn blasted. Would you knock it off with the shooting already? I can't hear myself think!
You call yourself a soldier when the sound of gunfire sets you quivering like a coward? Pathetic.
Look, I can't help you. I'm sorry.
I wouldn't be asking to see Captain Stokes if it wasn't important.
I opened the gate for the last person who said that to me today. And what did I get as a reward? His 2 cronies raising hell for the past hour. No, ma'am, not again.
Carry on, soldier.
Right.
Well, guess I gotta talk to these two.
Caramba!
She sounds interesting.
Excuse me? I said, excuse me. Hey!
They're just ignoring me. Wait.
Caramba, you made me miss. What do you want?
Do you know anything about the laboratory just over yonder?
That abandoned wreck is a laboratory?
It was at some point.
Clearly you know more about it than I do.
Who are you, and what are you doing out here?
I am Marisol de la Vega, Lieutenant General of the Constitutional Army of New Spain. My compadre is Corporal Eugenio Garcia.
Pleasure. I'm Harley Leger, and these are my associates Jake Ackerman and Danny Luo.
Good to meet you. In answer to your second question, Eugenio and I are practicing our shooting while we wait for our jefe to conclude his business.
Your jefe?
Who did you say you were waiting for?
Our leader, General Filomeno Marquez. Surely you've heard of him.
Yes, of course. Who hasn't heard of the great General Marquez?
Me, for one.
Your companion would do well to educate himself. Perhaps General Marquez will see fit to honor you with his presence when he emerges from the belly of the beast.
Say, do you think you could practice your shooting somewhere else?
Why?
The fort guard isn't happy about the noise.
Well, then maybe he should choose another profession.
You're pretty good, but I bet I can beat you at shooting.
I am the best shot in New Spain.
Care to prove it?
Gladly. But a large stationary target such as this is not suitable for a contest. If you wish to challenge me, find some moving targets.
Can we use these bottles as targets?
Indeed, we can. Very well. Prepare to be humiliated.
Say, Jake,
All
could
right.
you give us a hand?
My pleasure.
Putting those bottles to use.
How many bottles are there?
About 30.
Then we will each shoot at 5. Whoever breaks the most wins.
Sounds fair.
I am feeling generous this morning. Would you like the opportunity to practice first?
Yes, actually.
Very well.
Ready with those bottles, Jake?
Yep, get ready.
All right.
Set. Here we go.
Oh shit, that's hard.
Bottle in the air.
Pure luck.
Bottle in the air.
Pure luck.
Okay.
Incoming.
Pure luck.
They go by
Bottle in
fast.
the air.
Nice shot.
Okay.
Not bad. Let us see if you can repeat that performance.
That was 4 out of 5.
For real this time.
Ready, set, incoming.
Nice shot.
Incoming.
Pure luck.
Here we go.
Damn it.
Missed
Bottle
one.
in the air.
Nice shot.
Incoming.
Well, I'll be.
That's 4 out of
My
5.
turn.
Incoming.
Damn.
Incoming.
She missed the first one.
Take that.
Incoming.
Anda.
That's 2.
Incoming.
Dale.
That's 3.
Here we go.
Híjole.
She missed.
What? You beat me?
You need 4 out of 5 to beat her.
Don't believe this. Beaten by a pinche gringa pendeja. Eugenio, vámonos de aquí.
I just humiliated
Nothing
her.
worse than a sore loser.
That was some great shooting, Miss Leger.
Whew.
Tell me something I don't know.
I knew bringing her along was a wise move.
Oh boy. Let's see if we can talk to him now.
Hey, guard.
What is it?
Sure is a nice, peaceful morning, isn't it?
What happened to those cacophonous varmints?
They took their business elsewhere. Now, would you be so kind as to let us in?
So long as you promise to keep it down.
Deal.
Well now, what have we here?
I appreciate your hospitality, Captain, but I must admit I am perplexed by the change in your position.
It's not my position, General Marquez. It's the position of the government of the Commonwealth of Vespuccia. I have some discretion in the execution of my orders, but I'm sure you can appreciate that there's a chain of command.
I am, of course, most grateful for the aid you have rendered in the past. I am sure that your recommendations carry weight with your superiors. If you would be willing to lend your influence in support of our cause.
Perhaps we can speak of this at another time, Mr. Marquez. As I said, I have other concerns to deal with.
Of course. I look forward to our next meeting.
Captain Stokes, you're a difficult man to see.
Ackerman, how the hell are you?
Leave this to me. I'll have Stokes eaten from the palm of my hand.
Good day, Captain. Madam? Just a moment. I have seen you before.
I'm surprised you saw anything after that fall.
I'm surprised you saw much of anything after that tumble you had.
Ah, of course. The newspaper office. I owe you my thanks.
Happy to help.
What's your name, anyway?
Harley Leger. This is Danny Luo, and over there is Jake Ackerman.
Sir?
I am General Filomeno Marquez. Though Filomeno seems to be difficult for you Vespuccians, so you may call me Phil.
Phil it is. Good to meet you.
And you? What brings you to the fort?
We're looking for help getting into the abandoned lab back there.
And why might that old ruin interest you, eh?
We were thinking it might make a nice hotel. Just need to spruce it up a bit. Then we can charge folks for rustic desert stays.
A Vespuccian with a sense of humor. I suppose stranger things have happened. In any case, there may be something in there to interest me as well. In fact, I could get the laboratory open so we could both go in, if Stokes were not so stingy with his munitions.
How do you mean?
My specialty is demolitions and explosives. I just do not have any on hand right now. I thought perhaps the captain might once again be willing to assist a fellow warrior in a righteous cause, but...
It's like I told Mr. Marquez, my hands are tied. Much as I'd like to help, I've got enough to worry about with my men missing. In fact, I was just heading out
So he wants the part of his dynamite.
Excuse me?
Hold your horses, Captain. How about we come with? I'm sure you could use the extra eyes.
It's mighty kind of you, Ackerman. Can't promise it'll be safe, though. We'll be going near native territory.
Come on, Stokes. You forget who you're talking to? I laugh in the face of danger. We'll ride with you.
Your friend is quite the braggadocio, no?
That's Jake for you. As colorful as they come.
You're all in, then?
Apparently so.
I will accompany you as well.
Sorry, who are you?
Y'all can get acquainted on the trail. Let's get going. Sun's almost up.
All right,
appreciate y'all coming out with
We're
me.
getting a larger
Strength
crew.
in numbers and all that.
Our pleasure, Captain.
Exactly who is it you're looking for?
My first lieutenant, John Mulberry.
So when did your man go missing?
He left leading the patrol last evening and they never returned. I just hope the natives didn't get him. Things have been a bit tense of late.
Love the sound effects and the music, the soundtrack. Like, I loved Red Dead 2, and this is reminding me a lot of it, just in a point and click fashion.
What makes you believe the natives are behind Mulberry's disappearance?
Our patrol perimeter goes close to their village. Wouldn't be the first time we've come to blows over boundaries. They fall back once they see our superior firepower. Thankfully, they haven't got guns, but they've been getting mighty bold lately.
So you're saying they've gotten aggressive when you've gone near their land? Sounds to me like they're just defending themselves.
Miss Leger, with all due respect, you've no idea what you're talking about. We've already given these folks an inch, but they have taken a mile. The government's tried appeasing them with treaties and such, but those ain't worth the paper they're written on. We'd sooner reason with a coyote.
Well, I think... Ah!
He just lost his hat.
Engines!
So far, we have been stymied in our efforts to search Clark's laboratory. Captain Stokes let out a search patrol, and he let all us supplicants tag along. But it wasn't enough to deter the native war party that ambushed us. Stokes slipped the trap laid for him, leaving us four to stand in his stead. Now we await intelligence of our captors and some sign of our fate.
Well, isn't this a fine turn of events?
All right. What are we doing now?
Hey, Jake?
Miss Leger?
Making yourself comfortable?
Not really. His bench is hard as a rock. Could do with some back support, too. But it's as good a place as any to think of a way out of here.
Did you manage to see what became of Captain Stokes?
No, I was a mite preoccupied. But I'm inclined to take the fact that he's not in here with us as a favorable sign.
Surely a fellow of daring do like yourself has been in a predicament like this before?
More times than I can count.
How do you manage to get free?
Well, you gotta understand, every situation's different. Easiest way's usually bribing a guard, but sometimes you gotta get creative. Well, this one time but no, that wouldn't work here.
Why not?
'Cause I'd need a few things, and coming by them in here will be next to impossible.
If you've got a plan, it's at least worth trying.
I reckon you're right. Main thing I need is something pliable, like wax or soft wood. Then something sharp to shape it with, and finally some shiny material. Metallic looking would be best. Find me those things, and we might be in business.
I'll leave you to your thoughts.
Alright, time to go searching.
Completely empty. Empty.
For now.
I suppose all of these were made here. Quite a collection.
What's in there?
This basket's full of soap.
And at least we can keep clean.
Uh-huh. Except there is no water in here.
Then let's hope we can get out of here soon.
Okay, we got soap.
It's quite ornate. Brightens the place up, I suppose.
It is noble to find beauty in dark moments, but perhaps not so very useful.
Dried corn. At least we won't starve.
If that's all there is, starving might be preferable.
Dried corn.
If that...
Hey, Danny?
What is it?
What's wrong? Nervous?
Aren't you?
Not really. I don't think these folks mean us any harm. If they did, they wouldn't have gone through the trouble of capturing us.
I didn't think of it that way. I sure hope you're right.
You and Jake must have gotten into scrapes like this before, right?
Well, I have, yes. Although it was before I met Jake. But is this really the time for stories?
Fair enough. Perhaps another time. Were you able to see how Captain Stokes fared?
I lost sight of him when I got knocked off my horse. Sure hope he made it, though.
Got anything that might work for Jake's plan?
Sorry, Miss Leger. I haven't got anything.
Phil?
Eh?
I never imagined volunteering for a search party would include free accommodation.
I must say, of everyone I have shared a jail cell with, you have the liveliest sense of humor.
Alright. We got him to open up a little bit.
You heard Jake's plan. Got anything that might fit the bill?
I do not believe so.
Did you see what became of Captain Stokes?
Yes, though I wish I had not. Pinche cobarde.
That doesn't sound like a good thing.
He turned and ran. Took his men and abandoned us. To think I held him as a man of honor. Bastardo!
Bastardo.
Whoa!
Easy there, Phil.
Forgive me, but I cannot abide a deserter.
It takes a low sort to abandon someone who's counting on you. I'll just be over here.
Oh. Maybe that'll help us.
Did smashing that pot make you feel any better?
It did, yes.
Hey, Jake?
Miss Legere?
Could you remind me?
Sure. Something pliable like wax or soft wood. Something sharp I can use for shaping.
Okay, we got
Something
that.
shiny, preferably metal-like.
I'll leave.
Let's take some soap.
This basket's full.
Yeah, they.
Alright. We should just need one more thing, though.
Tinfoil.
Tinfoil.
The
Actually,
ceramic.
we got that tinfoil hat.
A block.
Okay. Maybe actually that'll work.
Hey, Jake.
Miss Le.
Could you remind?
Sure. Something.
I'll.
Okay, wait. Maybe I can give this to him.
Will this work for what you need?
Shiny and metallic. Perfect.
This sharp enough for you?
It'll do.
Is this pliable enough for you?
This'll do nicely. Well, I'll be a monkey's uncle. You got everything.
Sure did. Now, will you tell me about this plan of yours?
I'm bluffing our way out of here. Give me a few minutes and you'll see what I mean.
I'm interested. Okay. Let's see what you got, Jake.
Voila.
Oh, you made a fake gun.
You carved a gun out of soap and wrapped it in tinfoil?
That's right.
You know, that's pretty crafty.
Why, thank you, Miss Legere. I thought so myself. Anyhow, soon as somebody comes in, I'll draw this and catch them off guard. You knock them out in the confusion, then we make our escape.
And you have confidence this will work?
These folk don't know firearms, they can't tell the difference.
But, what if...
Hello in there? I'm coming inside.
Well, ain't this fortuitous?
Oh, man.
Greetings. I'm Nadine. I've come to...
Hands up!
Is that a fake gun?
Yes?
That did not work.
Don't mind my friend here. Nadine, was it?
Yes, Nadine Redbird.
Harley Legere.
Well. She was not impressed by that fake gun.
So just what is it you want from us?
The chief sent me to make sure none of you were hurt. She also wants to speak with whoever's in charge of your group.
That would be me.
All due respect, sir, but after that little trick you just pulled, you're out of the running.
I'll go then.
All right, come with me.
I guess I'm the new leader.
I bring you Miss Harley Legere, representing the captives.
Thank you, Nadine. You may return and tend to the others.
I will.
Enter and be welcome. You may call me Chief Lutzi. I am responsible for the people of this village.
Pleasure's all mine.
You have violated the borders of the Autumn Nation, duly established by recognized treaty with your government. Miss Legere, why are you here?
I have no loyalty to Captain Stokes, so let's go with the third option.
We were only accompanying Captain Stokes on a patrol.
You serve Stokes. Curious. You do not dress like a soldier.
We have nothing to do with the fort.
Who are you then?
I'm a journalist for the Rosewater Post. My companions and I are researching Dr. Bennett Clark. We only came to Stokes to ask for help getting inside the abandoned laboratory on the other side of the valley. Thought maybe you could spare some dynamite or something. But first we had to ride with him to find First Lieutenant Mulberry and his missing men.
I see. What did he tell you of us?
Let's just say he didn't paint a very pretty picture.
Unsurprising. Do you share his opinion?
Not at all. Stokes is just some windbag I met this morning. I'll make up my own mind.
That is good to know. The Autumn mean you no harm, Miss Leger. However, for months, the fort soldiers have routinely violated our borders and harassed our people. Just last night, a band of them came, led by this man, Mulberry. They attacked us in our fields and set fire to our crops.
Were there any casualties among your people?
No deaths, although a number were burned or wounded in the fight. As for Mulberry, we captured him. He is under guard in one of our empty storehouses. Stokes has turned our village into a prison, and now he is recruiting civilians to come after us. I fear this will not end until everything we have has been turned to ash. But I cannot allow that. Something must be done.
We need to show Stokes that it's in his best interest to leave you in peace.
I agree, and I believe I know a way to do that, which will benefit us both.
I'm listening.
Our scouts have observed an army wagon making regular deliveries to the fort from Rosewater. It comes in the night, when few others are willing to travel, and always it arrives a day or two after the train stops in town.
Then that would be... tonight? I just arrived on the latest train into Rosewater.
Yes,
this game is great.
Exactly. I cannot know for sure, but I believe this wagon carries supplies, along with weapons and munitions. The soldiers use these to strengthen themselves, then come and deprive us of what little we have. If you and your people were to obtain them, it would be to our mutual benefit. We would have a means of defense, you would have the tools to enter this laboratory, and Stokes would be deprived of his armaments.
You're proposing we raid a military supply wagon? That sounds awfully risky.
Our peaceableness has brought us no safety. In doing nothing, we risk extermination at the hands of these men.
Tonight, then, huh?
Tonight, or not at all. The cover of darkness will be to your advantage. Our scouts have also noted that only 2 men guard the wagon.
Guess I'd better tell the others and get to planning.
You are welcome to rest here in the meantime.
Thank you, Chief Lutzi.
May the Earthmaker guide you.
Everyone in good shape?
Mr. Luo has some minor bruising, but your friends are otherwise healthy.
Good to know. Hey, fellas, come on out here. We got some business to discuss.
I take it your meeting with the chief went well?
Very well. In fact, we came up with a plan for how we can help these people and get what we're after. I hope you boys are ready for a little excitement.
Always.
Turns out the reason Mulberry didn't come back is that he was taken prisoner while conducting an unprovoked raid on this village. A raid Stokes himself ordered.
What?
Army soldiers have been crossing into Autumn territory and attacking them without justification.
It's true. I have treated many of the wounded myself.
Hijo de la... We cannot let this injustice stand.
That is troubling. But what can we do about it?
Chief Lutzi suggested we hit him where it hurts, the fort's supply chain. So we'll be carrying out our own raid on a delivery wagon.
And to think just yesterday you were having reservations about robbing folk. Reckon it's true what they say about the frontier changing people.
Desperate times call for desperate measures. Phil needs dynamite to get into the lab. this is our chance to get it.
And help these people too, right?
Of course, but we've got to consider our needs too. Now listen up, because we've got some preparations to make. And the wagon will be coming through tonight, according to the chief.
We can get the munitions Phil needs to get us into the lab, along with some weapons and supplies for the Autumn.
The old 1-2 punch. I like it.
Only question is, what's the best approach?
I'm thinking we create a distraction. We get the wagon to stop, then you and I keep the driver occupied while Danny and Phil sneak the stuff out.
I prefer a more direct approach. You said the wagon was poorly guarded, eh? We have enough fighters to overpower them. When they see they are outmatched, we should be able to take what we need without firing a shot.
Wouldn't it be better to do this without drawing any attention? You could set up a roadblock, then sneak out what you need while they investigate.
All good plans. Have you got anything, Danny?
No, but I think we should be careful. Something like this could so easily go wrong.
So, what's it going to be?
I mean, Jake's plans are so funny, man. We gotta
I like
go
Jake's
for it.
plan.
All right, just follow my lead. If things start to go south, say, hang up the fiddle. That'll be the cue for Danny and Phil to vamoose.
I can help too, if you need an extra pair of hands.
Oh, well, sure. That'd be much appreciated, Miss Redbird.
Well, we better get ready. Let's hope this goes off without a hitch.
Let's go, man. This is exciting. And I definitely see the replayability of this game, for sure.
Finally a third party. Maybe you can settle this argument for us.
Ma'am, is this man causing you grief?
Not nearly as much as she's caused me, I can assure you.
You read the will same as I did. Mama left those jewels to me, not you.
Mama wasn't right in the head. She didn't know her patoot from her elbow.
What's going on out here?
These two lackwits are standing in the middle of the path. This ain't no place for a family quarrel.
What in the Sam Hill are you two doing out here this time of night anyway?
We had a bit of wagon trouble on our way home to Rosewater. You ever been there?
Yes, sir. It's where I grew up.
After all we've been through, I need a drink. I'll be glad for some rest at the Jack of Diamonds.
Oh, sure. Love that place.
Me too. I wouldn't mind forgetting our troubles. Like how our wagon turned over and stranded us out here.
Your wagon turned over? How'd that happen?
Something ran out in front of us. Spooked our horse.
It was a sneaky little coyote came out of nowhere.
Yeah, these hills are lousy with the little varmints.
Well, we can't offer you a ride, but we can send someone from the fort to come get you, assuming you don't kill each other first.
Oh, don't worry about us. We quarrel all the time. Like cats and dogs in a gunny sack.
Yes, Ma always had to be the peacekeeper, bless her soul.
Your offer is most appreciated, but won't be necessary.
So, you don't need our help? Why'd you stop us then?
In all fairness, you stopped of your own volition.
But we're glad you did. Your concern is very much appreciated.
Think nothing of it, ma'am.
You folks sure you'll be okay out here on your own?
Sure, we'll be fine. Sorry for any inconvenience we may have caused you.
Don't you think it's about time we hang up the fiddle?
Right. Thanks for your time, gentlemen.
Oh, that was great.
You have come back to us, and it seems your
Dude,
hunt
I
was
love the
successful.
writing in this game, man.
Miss Legere, I gotta say,
These are great
I ain't
characters.
seen bluffing that good since I cleaned out Aces O'Reilly at the poker table.
Thanks.
Jake's
I've
definitely
picked
the
up
star
a
of
few
the
tricks
show.
over the years.
Yes, we recovered firearms, ammunition, and some additional food.
Did you obtain what you needed?
Yes, with this dynamite, getting into the lab will be quite easy.
Then I am glad the raid proved fruitful.
Chief Lutzi, I am curious. Now that you can arm your people, what is your plan?
I can certainly understand your curiosity, General Marquez.
You know me?
We are close enough to the new Spanish border to keep informed of current events. To answer your question, we will defend ourselves. Peace has not worked against those who wish to harm us, so we must answer them with force.
You strike me as a wise and capable leader, but allow me to offer one piece of advice. Do not underestimate your enemy. Nothing angers a tyrant like a show of resistance.
I appreciate it, General, but I believe we will overcome.
I truly hope you do.
So, there's something else. Several crates in the wagon were marked Rosewater. I thought it was strange, considering that's where the wagon was coming from. And not only that, we found a safe filled with Aurum bars.
I wanted to take them, but Danny refused.
I imagine you had good reason for that?
They were marked. They wouldn't have been any good to us.
Good thinking, then. The last thing we need is the Royals on us for stealing their Aurum.
The Royal Police? Nah, out here they'd send in the army. Or God forbid, the Blackburns.
The Union Busters?
Unions, heads, you name it.
The big question is, why send Aurum to the fort?
An intriguing line of inquiry, but I ain't sure the fort's dealings should concern us.
Perhaps not, but I am curious as well. Something unusual is happening here. Stokes was all too happy to aid our cause before my exile. Now he acts like a stranger. It cannot be a coincidence. I am going to charge my Lieutenant General with finding out more about these shipments.
Chasing more wagons full of Aurum?
Something like that. It is clear there will be no more aid from Stokes now, and I still have an army to outfit. Perhaps we will find something we can actually keep.
If money's what you're after, maybe you'd entertain the notion of joining our posse. That goes for you too, Miss Redbird.
What are you talking about?
I'll explain everything on the way back to the lab. Danny, you stay here and help unload the supplies. You can give Nadine the lowdown. Come meet us when you're done.
Will do.
I am sending one of our hunters to return Mulberry to the fort. He can show you the way back.
Much appreciated. Right, let's get a move on. You coming with me and Phil, Miss Legere?
And missing all the fireworks when you finally set them off? I think not. And can it with the Miss Legere bunk? It's Harley.
Duly noted. Now let's get going.
Just one more thing before you go, Harley. You said you were a journalist, yes?
That's right.
Do you believe the townspeople would take an interest in our cause?
Some might. I can certainly tell my employer about the treatment you've received.
Please do. I have a statement I would like you to carry back. The Autumn are a peaceful people. We wish to be your good neighbors and friends. But if a Vespuccian soldier or any other person comes with violent intent to harm us, we will do what we must to protect our people.
Got it. Would you be willing to sit for an interview with someone from the post?
Gladly. My words are for all who will listen with open hearts.
I'll make sure your message is received.
Thank you.
Thanks for showing us back, partner. We can take it from here. Well, would you look at that? Didn't think I'd be seeing old Jesse again. I'm keeping this arrowhead as a good luck charm. And who knows? Maybe some collector out there'd be interested in acquiring the arrowhead that nearly wiped out Gentleman Jake.
Híjole. Is he always like this?
Alright, well.
I wonder how things will go for the Autumn now that they have firearms.
Well enough, I hope. Provided they don't point them at us.
I'll go ahead and just run the 3-minute ad break on Twitch real quick. Okay, to those that are watching on YouTube or maybe subbed, actually, Dark Metal might be the only one watching on Twitch right now, right? Not exactly sure how to check who's watching from the dashboard. Oh, there we go. Nope, nobody's actually watching on Twitch. Alright, I'll just continue then. At least for now.
I shouldn't leave this here.
It's good to see someone who respects their country.
Alright. Let's hightail it on out of here. We got an explosion to watch.
You're quite certain you know what you're doing?
Just leave everything to me, and stand far, far back.
Yup, he wasn't kidding. Alright, we blew a hole
Impressive
straight
work
through
there,
that
Phil.
door.
Gracias.
And an explosion will certainly liven up your article. Eh, Harley?
Let's go in then. No time to waste.
Well, slap my behind and call me Betsy.
Not sure what I was expecting to find, but it wasn't this.
It has been completely ransacked.
Still, there's gotta be some indication of where Clark took his money. Let's take a look around. But watch yourselves. No telling what any of these doohickeys might be capable of.
Doohickey is one way of putting it.
I can't see through. The window is too grimy. Looks like it's connected to the door somehow.
And that wire runs to the console back there.
Won't do us any good if there's nothing powering this place, though.
A wooden mannequin in a cage? I have so many questions.
You sure you want them answered?
I can't make heads nor tails of this chicken scratch. Empty. Not really surprising. What in the ether is this thing?
I wouldn't get too close.
Is this some kind of combination or code?
9207.
Nothing happened. This console isn't getting any power. Not much left. Some books and a broken device. What in the ether?
I wouldn't...
9207, whatever that is.
This Clark fellow was into some strange things, wasn't he?
I'm starting to understand why he chose to do his work out in the middle of nowhere.
I'm guessing this thing needs to hit full power before the machine turns on. I can't begin to fathom what these contraptions are for.
Nothing of use to us.
Anything interesting in there?
Not really. Probably why they were left behind.
Guess we won't get to see what's up on the roof.
Just as well. I prefer to keep my feet on the ground.
Oh, they got a toolbox there, though.
Looks like a toolbox. What's it doing all the way up there? Way too high for me.
Want me to give you a boost?
Nah, I still couldn't reach. I'll think of something else.
How about that chair? Doesn't look sturdy, but we'll try it.
Maybe this will help.
Then again, maybe not.
Probably for the best. Better for it to fall apart there than while I'm on top of it.
This is where all the cables wind up. This may have held something interesting once, but now it's just lodging for spiders.
What do I do?
Anything interesting in there?
Not really. Probably why they were left behind.
So how do we get to that toolbox?
Guess we won't.
Nope, that's outdoors. Can we
No
open
handle.
the door?
Must be some other way to open it.
Okay, we need to power the building to open that door.
Looks like some type of cannon, and it's pointing right at the cage.
Oh, wait, hold up.
It won't turn any further that way.
9.
One of the dials is missing. Just my luck.
Alright, then we just need to find the missing dial. Which I don't have right now.
No good. There's some power getting through, but it needs more. I can't remove it with my hands. I'll need a tool to unscrew it.
From the toolbox.
This may... I can't begin to fathom what these contraptions are for.
Nothing of use to us.
There's about 2 inches of dust. At least Dr. Clark practiced fire safety.
Where am I going to find that missing knob?
Hey, Phil?
What about?
Can you think of any way to get that box down?
I'm afraid reaching high things has never been my forte.
Right? Can we talk?
What's up? 'Cause you know I've been wondering about the Otham. What do you suppose will happen to them now that they're armed with guns?
I don't know, but at least they have a fighting chance now.
If Stokes attacks and they successfully fend him off, then perhaps he will leave them alone. But it will certainly not happen without bloodshed.
Well, best of luck to him.
Any clever ideas to get to that confounded box?
Not too many, I'm afraid.
Might I borrow that arrowhead for a spell?
By all means. Maybe it'll bring you some luck, too.
Oh, and then maybe we can use it to unscrew that,
Enough.
Unscrew those screws. I don't really know what to call this. A guard? Hold up.
That's not going to... I hope this isn't considered treason. That's not...
I don't know what that was supposed to do.
I get the...
We just...
I can't... I bet the machine's guts are... Way too...
Want me to...
Nah. This is where all the cable... This... Can we...
What's up?
Hang on, I've got an idea. Why don't you just shoot the box down?
Beg pardon?
Let's put that gunslinging know-how of yours to work.
I may be a showman, but I ain't a performing monkey. Besides, I never perform sharpshooting tricks without a crowd.
Crowd be damned. I want to see what's in the box.
You've proven yourself resourceful. I'm sure you can find a more practical way to get to that box that doesn't involve me wasting ammo.
I don't consider it wasting.
I don't understand. You showed off your prowess with a gun before. Now all I'm hearing are excuses. Why so shifty all of a sudden?
Alright, look. The truth is, I've gone a mite rusty. A couple of years ago, I could have done it with my eyes shut, but time ain't been kind to my hands.
So how did you pull off that juggling trick?
Danny's the one that shoots the ball from the wings. You want that box down so bad, ask him to help you when he gets back.
Enough jabber.
So Danny's the one that could actually shoot. Jake can't actually shoot. Then what the hell are we doing here, man?
Some kind of console. Not much left.
Okay, I've checked out everything here, it looks like. Nope, nothing else here. That O button's really helping me out. It's saving me a good amount of time, I suppose. Man, there's gotta be something else here, right?
Hey, Phil?
What about...
Clark's...
What put...
Right? Can we...
What's...
Clark's...
But see... Let's just say...
Enough. Dr. Clark. The good... Wonder if...
I'm just dead set on, like, trying to figure this out. You know what? Fine. Fine, I'll go see Danny. You guys are useless. We've been sent on a wild goose chase. Let me go see Danny. You're not Danny.
Dios mío, what is this abomination?
Howdy, folks. Interested in learning about Coltit's miracle elixir?
Of course we are, little lady.
Then step on over here.
Miracle elixir, you say?
Boy, oh boy, I sure wish I was you.
Beg pardon?
Why, today's your lucky day.
Is that right?
Yes, sirree. You're just in time to experience the travesty of Xander Coltit III's miracle elixir.
The what now?
Oh, dang. I mean, the majesty of Xander Coltit III's miracle elixir. My name is Olivia Coltit, and I'm here to answer all your questions about this evolutionary new medication.
Fine, I'll bite. Tell me about this miracle elixir.
Glad you asked. From the maker of the widely popular Coltit's emulsified soporific comes Coltit's miracle elixir, the finest, most elective tonic in Vespuccia, guaranteed to treat and cure all illnesses from arthritis to yellow fever. And for a special limited time, we're selling it for the treasonable price of just 5 crowns.
Sounds pretty miraculous, all right. What's in this elixir, anyway?
Oh, I don't know. Daddy's the one who makes it. Oh, but I know he gets his secret ingredient from some lady named Ethel. He always talks about her when he makes a new batch.
Ethel, huh?
5 crowns seems a bit pricey. How about I give you 2 instead?
Sorry, ma'am. Daddy told me not to hackle.
Oh, I'm sure we can agree that rules were made to be broken, young lady. Would you consider 3 crowns? We'll tell everybody we meet to come see you. Then you can charge them a reasonable 6.
Well, okay, deal.
Alright, we got the miracle elixir.
You wouldn't happen to be related to a kid in Rosewater named Jem, would you?
No, ma'am. Far as I know, I'm a lonely child.
A lonely child, okay.
Why are you parked in the middle of the desert when there's a town full of potential customers not 2 miles from here?
Oh, I'm just minding the wagon while my daddy's doing his business at the fort. But he told me to stand out here and detract anybody who might come by.
And has anyone else come by?
Oh, sure. Tons of folk. Only one who didn't stop was a feller on horseback. Too bad, 'cause the guy he was hauling looked like he could have used some elixir.
Say, do you know anything about that lab over there?
No, but I did hear a big boom coming from that way. Was that your doing?
No.
Oh, come on, you could tell me. I'm no tattler.
I said no. Now stop asking.
Fine, jeez.
I think I've heard enough for now. We'll just be going.
It was a real pressure.
Oh man, she keeps getting... That's adorable. That's adorable. She just keeps getting the words wrong. We got an elixir for 3 crowns. This is all I know left to check. And I don't think it'll be good.
Sturdy.
Why are we even here? Is there another place we can go? Where's Danny? Where's Danny? Well, it's the only place I haven't checked, so I guess we're going in.
No handles. Must only open from the inside.
You still there?
Hey, guard!
What is it?
Did Captain Stokes come back here? We lost sight of him after the attack.
He's here. Don't think he's up to receiving anyone, though.
I found the flag Stokes was carrying out on patrol. Thought he might like it back.
It's very noble of you, miss. I'll make sure he gets it.
Carry on, soldier.
Right.
At this rate, I'm thinking about just tossing the elixir at the toolbox. That's all I got for ideas. Not the brightest of ideas, but it's an idea. Okay.
Whew! That'll put hairs on your chest.
So it's got a strong smell to it.
That's not going to...
No?
That's not going...
You sure?
That's not going to help me reach the box.
Okay. Whatever you say.
A strip of cloth?
Okay, how about the strip of cloth then? Will that help me?
That's...
You sure that's not gonna help?
Appreciate it, but...
Have I got something on my...
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm getting pretty stuck here. I want to try and find it out on my own, but I'm tempted to look up a walkthrough at this point. I feel like it should be maybe not totally obvious, but
What in the...
I wouldn't...
Some kind... One of the dials...
can I at least put that in there?
Won't fit.
That won't fit there?
That won't fit there.
You sure?
That won't fit there.
Hold up. Oh my god. Did I... Okay. Did I have the right idea all along? And I just missed out on something? Okay. Can I unscrew
Let's
it?
see if this works.
Oh my god.
That did it.
Okay, so I can pull up the inventory here. Okay. Well, that explains it.
This wire needs patching up. That won't help.
How about the miracle elixir? No.
That should do it.
Okay.
No good.
There's some power getting through, but it needs more. No wonder the power's not getting through. This wire's all corroded.
How about the miracle elixir?
Let's put some of this elixir to good use.
Okay, now? Hey, we got it. And I didn't even look anything up. I feel proud of myself.
Well, I'll be.
We got power.
Looks like Phil managed to get the door open.
I wonder if they found anything inside.
I'd say so, yes.
We are up and running.
Glorious.
Impressive. This technology is amazing. What did this Clark fellow intend to do with such power?
I'm beginning to wonder about that myself.
Nice job getting the lights back on.
Get everything squared with the Otham?
I think so.
They're adequately supplied. They should be well off for some time.
Well, I suppose we should see about...
Hello? Is someone in here?
Damn. Looks like we've attracted some attention.
I come in peace. Please, make yourself known.
Guess we don't have much choice.
Hail!
Oh, is this the man from before?
Wasn't expecting so many of you.
And we weren't expecting anybody at all.
Oh no, not another one.
Terrific. Another one of these loons.
You think he's associated with that fella we met outside?
I am Paul Burkhart, emissary of the Luminarians.
The what now?
We are disciples of Dr. Clark, protectors of his artifacts and legacy.
No kidding. So you must know all about him then.
Quite so.
You know, I think we've met one of these disciples already.
You must be referring to Samuel. He is quite protective of this place. If you seek enlightenment, we will be glad to share our wisdom with you. But let us all return to the commune. We must not further defile the sanctity of this place. Come, I am eager to learn about you all. Welcome to Chrysalis, friends. Feel free to explore, converse with the residents. You'll find we have much to offer. We'll speak again soon.
What an accommodating fella.
This is all very strange. You all might be into this porqueria, but I want no part of it. I am going back to the lab.
Suit yourself. All right, let's see what we can learn about where Clark's stash might be. But let's not overplay our hands, shall we? If anybody asks, our interest is purely academic.
I'm really not a good liar, Mr. Ackerman.
Shoot, nobody's asking you to lie, sugar. Just withhold certain details. We're interested in learning about Clark. That's all there is to it. Come on, Danny. Let's see where our friend's gone off to.
I know lying doesn't come natural to some. For others, it's like breathing. Don't take this amiss, but if you'd like some pointers, sometimes it's good to be able to keep certain things to yourself you don't want everybody and his uncle to know.
Oh. All right.
Above all else, be confident. If you sound like you believe what you're saying, they will too.
You seem to have a lot of experience in these matters.
Maybe, but I only lie when it's necessary.
You find it necessary to lie?
Sure, at times. To save my skin. You don't?
I haven't needed to.
Lucky you. Hope that keeps working out for you. But if anyone asks what you were up to the day when, say, a wagon got raided outside Rosewater, a little capacity for dissimulation might be handy to have.
Your advice is appreciated. I'll just see what I can find out on my own.
Alright. Well, everyone's gone and separated
Suppose
themselves
that's
now.
where the animals are kept. Certainly colorful.
What the hell is this place, man?
If the smell's anything to go by, that crate's full of fertilizer. Not very intimidating. No wonder the crops are bare.
Oh, it's this guy.
Well, well, if it isn't my old friend.
The Defiler returns.
Hey now, don't get your britches in a twist.
You're a guest of Emissary Paul, so I'm obliged to welcome you. But if you continue casting your shadows of discord over all that is bright here, there will be consequences.
I'll leave you to your guarding. Try not to die of boredom.
Oh, right. I don't have the tinfoil hat anymore, so I can't really help him with that. I was gonna return it to him, but we used it for that makeshift gun, so ain't happening.
This isn't much use with a wheel missing. Handle still looks good, at least. Excuse me?
Ah, hello. You must be one of Miss Redbird's companions.
That's right. Harley Leger.
My name is Evan. Evan Holbrook. Welcome to Chrysalis.
Evan was just showing me the cookhouse. You know they grow or raise everything they eat here themselves?
Well, mostly. Sometimes we need to resupply from town, but we aim to be fully self-reliant. Our dedication will be rewarded with bounty.
So, are you the biscuit roller for this community, or what?
Not quite. Everyone in Chrysalis does their part. It's my day on the rota to fix breakfast.
Do you have a doctor?
We have a few skilled in healing, yes. I do wish we had more knowledge of agriculture. Our crops haven't been thriving like we hoped.
You said your crops weren't doing well. Why not?
Getting the irrigation in this year saved some of the crop, but we're facing lean times. We simply must find a way to grow enough to feed everyone.
What's your story, Evan? How did you join up with these folks?
Like many of the others here, I was living in New Britannia. My wife was there at the etheric demonstration at the expo. I thought I'd lost her forever. But Emissary Paul found me and explained how she hadn't perished, merely transcended. At first, I didn't believe him. I wanted to throttle him, actually.
I can understand that reaction.
But I realized that in my grief, I had become blinded.
Oh, I am so sorry.
Don't be. One day I'll transcend too, and we'll be reunited in the ether.
Alright, we should probably start asking around about Dr. Clark.
Did you ever meet Dr. Clark?
Alas, no. I hadn't really heard of him before the expo. I was looking at the waxed anatomical models in the medical marvels exhibit. But my wife said they turned her stomach, so she went to see the etheric pavilion instead. I don't think she really knew who Bennett Clark was either. It was just something to pass the time. If only either of us knew what a significant thing was about to happen.
Clark's demonstration?
Indeed. The miracle that drew aside the veil and took my wife and the other 14 blessed souls up into the etheric realm. I only regret that I wasn't there, so I could have gone along with her.
Exactly what was Dr. Clark researching?
Ethericity, of course.
Of course, but what about it? Energy sources? Industrial applications? What?
Miss Leger, I couldn't begin to tell you. Whatever reasons he may have given the public, the bankers, the professors, and what have you, his true purpose was to open the way for humanity to pass into the etheric realm. And it wasn't easy. He spent 2 years in that laboratory before transcending. Soon the day will come when we all can follow him.
Do you know where Dr. Clark disappeared to?
Evocator Bennett didn't disappear. He transcended.
Again, you use this word. What do you mean by it?
He passed through the etheric gateway and joined with the luminous ones in the cosmos.
Oh.
It was good talking to you. I'll leave you both to it.
Goodbye for now.
See you later, Harley.
It's me again.
So it is.
Now just where do you get off saying I'm casting shadows of discord or whatever?
I caught you trespassing outside the laboratory. Then your friend blasted the door off.
It was all in the name of research. I'm just as interested in all this as you.
You've a peculiar way of showing it.
So what brought you to Chrysalis?
My personal business is none of yours.
Touchy. What's so special about this place that they've got you standing guard?
This building houses our collection of artifacts salvaged from Dr. Clark's laboratory.
Oh, so you're the ones who looted the place.
We did not loot it. We saved important items from obscurity and decay.
Think I might take a quick peek?
Absolutely not. Outsiders are forbidden.
I love pissing this guy off.
What if I brought you a new artifact for your collection?
Then I would be very surprised. We've already retrieved everything of value from the laboratory.
Even from that locked room?
That room is inaccessible. Do not even consider attempting to breach it.
So how does one go about joining your little club?
You think if you joined us that I would just suddenly allow you to enter?
Sure, you said only outsiders were forbidden.
Nice try, but not on my watch.
Did you ever have a chance to meet Dr. Clark?
No, nor did I desire to.
No?
Ethericity is not a power to be trifled with. I've no interest in meeting someone who treats it as a plaything.
Where did Dr. Clark end up?
Not where he should have.
Do you know any details about Dr. Clark's research?
He was toying with fire, pure and simple. He may have been inspired and driven to his work by the luminous ones, but he was only their tool. He did not acknowledge their undeniable glory or show them the proper respect. He took a battering ram to the door of heaven. When they tired of the noise, they whisked him away inside the gates, while the rest of us still wait outside.
So what you're saying is, you don't actually know.
I've underestimated you. I didn't think there could be someone more arrogant than Dr. Clark.
I'll leave you to your guarding. Try not to die of boredom.
Alright. Well then. Yeah, that guy is, he's more entertaining than I thought. That's for sure. Let's go ahead and head back, huh? Oh, shoot. What y'all up to?
Hey, Danny?
What's going on?
So, what's our friend on stage been jabbering about?
What hasn't he? This guy makes Jake seem like a silent monk by comparison. Anyway, it's mostly been about Clark, his etheric research in New Britannia, how he built his lab out here after the Expo disaster. Excuse me, miracle, that sort of thing. He says Clark transcended. I'm not sure what that means.
I get the impression it means he's dead.
Oh. That's too bad.
What's your impression of Chrysalis?
Well, it's peculiar. Everybody's got a job to do, a way to help. Nobody's left out, and that's nice. But all this stuff about etheric beings? It sounds,
Crazy?
You said it, not me. Anyhow, I wouldn't mind hanging around a while.
I was wondering if you might help me out with something.
What?
There's a toolbox inside Clark's lab that's out of reach, and I've had no luck getting it down. Think you might put your pistols to the task? I asked Jake to do it, but he said you were the one for the job.
I could do that. Yeah, you want to go right now?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yes, let's head over now.
Sure thing. Just lead the way.
Ah, Phil. There you are.
Had enough of those luminous lunatics too, did you?
Not entirely. Danny's come to help get that box down. That's it, up there.
Right. You might want to stand over on this side, Phil.
Nice shot.
Oh,
Thanks, Harley. Happy to help.
He wasn't kidding. He is a good
what's inside
shot.
that box that's so important, anyway?
Guess we all get to find out together.
Oh. Knocked down my pop filter. That'll happen from time to time.
Well, anything good inside?
Not really. Just a wrench and this odd dial thing.
I hope it was worth the trouble then.
That was good practice, at least. I'm heading back to Chrysalis. See you both later.
I think that'll be plenty fine, actually. I've been wanting that dial. All right. That should do it.
Phil, you might want to... Move. Are you all right?
I think so. The cage seems to have absorbed all that energy. Just warn me before you try that again.
So, this console operates equipment by setting the dials in a 4-digit sequence. That means we need to figure out the right code to get the door open.
So there's got to be a code for the door, huh?
What in the...
Best...
I can't really see through the porthole, but it looks dense in there. I can't see through. The window is too grimy. At least Dr. Clark practiced fire. Looks like it's connected.
And that what?
No hand. I can't make heads. Some kind of console.
Wonder what I can use that wrench for.
Seems to be... It's working. I can't begin...
Nothing of...
Just a... There's more than one way to get a box open. Guess we won't...
Just as...
This may have helped... I can't make head... Empty.
TT1A.
Not much left.
We gotta find a code for that door. I might have to go back into Chrysalis.
Some kind of...
Wait, hold up. What about that letter?
February 12th, 8. Upon hearing news, when they hounded you after enduring such a one day when rationality with warm rig. P.S. How you managed to rig a TT...
Nope.
I will stay...
Guess we go back to Chrysalis for now.
Whatever turning on that generator did, I hope it's not permanent. All right then.
Nope, there's Chrysalis. Maybe we can figure out that code.
Suppose...
Yeah, what if we go that way? Oh, that's just the exit. Okay.
I hope I'm not interrupting anything.
Ah, Harley. Miss Larkin here was just telling me about this fascinating place.
Hello and welcome. It's so nice to have visitors.
What is it you do around here?
Plenty. I help in the fields and in the kitchen, but my particular gift is keeping Chrysalis beautiful and its people inspired. All the murals and paintings you see around the commune are my work.
And a fine job you've done.
Why, thank you.
I agree. You've really managed to liven up this desert with some color.
Yes, that was my intent. I'm glad it comes across.
How did you end up here in Chrysalis?
Ethericity always fascinated me. I joined up with the Luminarians when they were passing through Rampton on their way west. We founded Chrysalis here, close to the Evocator's laboratory, and where the veil is parted.
The veil?
The boundary between our world and the ether, the realm of the cosmos, home of the luminous ones. The barrier is very thin here. Can't you feel it?
There's definitely something in the air. I've noticed you all sure are fond of butterflies.
What better creature to symbolize transcendence? Like butterflies, we too will undergo a metamorphosis, pass through the veil into the ether, and join the luminous ones. Not only that, their wings have 8 sections, and they flap in a figure 8 pattern.
Does that mean something?
Evocator Bennett's sacred number, of course.
Sacred number? What does that mean?
The number 8 is very important. It appears constantly in the Evocator's writings, and Bennett himself was born on the 8th of August, 1788.
That's quite a coincidence.
Coincidence is mere illusion.
Did you ever meet Dr. Clark?
I did. Once. Such a brilliant mind. We didn't speak long, but I felt as though we'd conversed for hours.
Do you have an idea of where Dr. Clark might be currently?
Of course. He's with the luminous ones.
Pardon?
The beings on the other side of the veil. The ones who dwell in the ether.
You're saying Clark is dead?
Not dead. Transcended. Eternal. You still have much to learn. It's good you're with us now. Everything will become clear soon. Trust me.
What exactly was Dr. Clark's etheric research about?
Truth.
Lovely sentiment, but could you be a bit more specific?
He sought to connect us with the world above, to unite us with the luminous ones. He succeeded in not only opening the door, but stepping through and crossing the veil. He showed that the way is possible. Now we all must learn to follow.
All right. Thanks for the chat.
Be well.
Don't wander too far now.
The butterflies sure seem to like these flowers.
My friends, today we give thanks for our manifold blessings. On this day of celebration, the Evocator's Day of Transcendence. And why do we celebrate today, on the 8th-month anniversary? Because 1 is nothing special. 1 is an isolating, selfish, lowly number. But 8 is perfection. 8 is infinity. 8 is the flap of the butterfly's wings. On this day in March of this year, exactly 8 months ago, the luminous ones called Evocator Bennett up to join them in the luminiferous ether.
I wouldn't
in
pass.
so doing,
I wouldn't
they
put it past these
showed
guys to
us
kill us.
the path of light, where soon we all shall follow. Now our soul sibling Bennett dwells among them in the etheric realm beyond this earth, in a transcendent union of cosmic harmony and peace.
Okay, that was really boring.
They seem enthralled by Paul's ramblings. Hey, Dave.
What's going on?
If you had to pick a 4-digit number sequence that was easy to remember, what would you pick?
Suppose it'd be something important?
Like 1788?
Or a memorable year? Never really thought about it.
Like 1788.
I'll leave.
Or March something?
Here, and on the other side, when he first arrived here, in that twice blessed year, but that is what a divine calling.
Okay. Well, 1788 then. 1788 it is. Alright. We'll try that. I'm glad they threw that hint in there, because I was getting pretty confused. Alright, we'll try 1788 then.
Not Clark's birth year. Guess that would have been too obvious.
Okay, what about just 8888?
Not Clark's birthday. Good to know he wasn't quite so conceited. No good. I guess the... No good. I guess those
Maybe 0308? 0388?
No good.
0308?
No good.
I should have been paying better attention. Alright. Maybe the diary will tell me?
Hey.
What up?
Any ideas?
It could be any.
Unless I find it written.
Santa Mat. Maybe you can deduce it by learning more. I am certain those...
A bunch of Clark's things are collected, but one of the Luminarians is guarding the place.
Naturally. Are you seeking a distraction?
If you have an idea, I'm all ears.
It just so happens I do. I have had a look around, and this machinery is quite unstable. With a few more items, I could finish what we started with the door and send this whole place up in smoke. That would give you time to search, no?
It would, but it seems a touch extreme. What would you need exactly?
Well, mainly fertilizer and flammable liquid for accelerant. I can construct a detonator out of scrap I found, but I will need something to serve as the plunger to set it off.
Well, I'll consider it. Right?
Not about to go to that level just yet.
I will stay.
but I think we're on to something here.
Could we have...
Sure. What's on?
I got a...
Shoot.
Say you needed to come up with a sequence of 4 numbers. What would you pick to make it easy to remember?
Hell, that's easy. 1817.
That didn't take you long.
It's the year I broke my first filly, if you get my meaning. Not something one forgets easily.
Right. So, what have you picked up from the...
This ethericity stuff is much more complex than I thought. Seems our friend Dr. Clark may have been on to something after all.
I think I've found a promising lead. There's a shack on the other side of the commune full of things salvaged from Clark's lab. Only problem is it's being guarded by that first luminarian we met.
Oh, the feller with the tinfoil chapeau?
The very same. How can I get past him?
He's a peculiar one, but he seems to be the most reverent to these folk. Perhaps you could win him over with a peace offering. There might still be something in the lab that's been overlooked.
Best not to...
We will never forget the momentous occasion, and he raised a light. And 2 years later, his call was answered, and he was taken up.
They're really fun.
I kind of...
Hey.
What's going...
I'll... They seem... They're real.
I kind of...
If only I paid better attention. I can't seem to re-trigger it.
Nadine.
Of course.
You enjoying?
These are good people. I'm glad we met them.
You don't find them a bit... odd?
I'll admit, I don't quite comprehend their philosophical ideas, but they've welcomed us with open arms. The least we can do is offer open minds.
Any ideas as to how to get that fellow over there away from his post?
Be confident?
Afraid this situation's a bit more complicated than that. Still good advice, though. I'll leave you to your conversation. Hello again.
Miss Liz.
Your friend over there refuses to let me in to see Clark's artifacts.
Yes, Samuel is quite a stickler for the rules. Sometimes I think he lets his duties as the emissary's assistant get to his head.
It was good talking to you. I'll...
Goodbye.
See you later.
This is... full of grain.
What's today's date? In game?
And oh, friends, there we are free. There we are not women. There we our curled up tight. And believe me, in the ether, free among 2 years ago.
Best not... Could we have...
Sure. What's on your...
I'll just... The butterfly makes some. The butterfly sure. Suppose that's where the.
I can't really find any more information.
Seems to be this. No good. No good. No good. I guess those dots. Not Clark's birthday.
Interesting that that page was torn out. What about 1888?
No good. It's the code to activate the sealing cannon. If only Clark had written down the code for that door.
I will.
Maybe if I keep listening, they'll update the journal again. That's all I can think of.
He does go up. I've had about as much of that as I can handle. Hey.
What's...
They seem... A reliable water... They're really fond of this.
I kind of like...
Kitchen to the... Seems like they're... They have an automated...
I guess I can take the manure.
This had better. Not very. I think I saw this. My, that's full of grain.
Yeah, I'm running out of ideas here. I don't want to look it up, though.
Something about that.
Guess that's on me for not paying attention.
I've had about a...
Man, what the hell is the year?
A reliable... Guess he does.
Alright, well, I guess I'll call it here then. Alright, catch you guys on the flip side. Thanks to anyone that was watching the stream. I think I might start playing more indie games on stream. We'll see. But, yeah. Probably catch you next Thursday, because I don't believe I'm going to be streaming on Saturday. So, have a good one, y'all. Take care and peace out.